Yes. So, before we get on with the evening, I'm going to play my bell, and I would request all of y'all to take a few moments to center yourself before I introduce y'all to our guest this evening. Yes, and to proceed with the evening, I'd like to
Yes.
introduce y'all to
So,
just a minute. This is the first time I'm doing something live, so just give me a moment. Yes. So I'd like to introduce to you all. Shruti, could you please put on your video? And I'd like everybody to meet our guest for today, Shruti Viswanathan, Shruti Veena Viswanathan. So Shruti is a singer, educator, composer, and curator. So she has been associated with Nithya for several years, and she's a dear friend. And we have been, witness to some of her most soul-stirring performances. And we are so grateful to have her on today to take on this session in place of Nithya. And let me quickly introduce her to you all, and so that we can sit back and enjoy her offering. Her work lies at the intersection of the folk and classical and is rooted in community, earth, and the feminine. Shruti sings a whole host of mystics from South Asia and beyond, and her specialization is reviving the voices of the women mystic poets, especially the Varikari poets from Maharashtra. She has been running a whole host of community online workshops since the lockdown, including a morning music group that is open to all. She has performed extensively in India and overseas, including at the Jaipur Literature Festival, Kabir Festival Mumbai, Malwa Kabir Yatra, NCPA, India Habitat Center, and lectured at universities across the world, including UC Berkeley, IIT Bombay, and has received grants for her work, including from the India Foundation for the Arts, Sahapedia, and Sandbox Collective. So I will be sharing a link where you can, go to her website and, see all the beautiful work that she's been doing, and also her email address for you to get in touch with her if you wish to register for her morning music. So without taking more time, I'd like to invite Shruti to take the evening over, and I'm so grateful once again for you to be here amongst all of us today. And we look forward to immersing ourselves in the bhakti bhav that you bring out through the beautiful music that you play. Thank you. Please unmute yourself.
thank you, Padmaja. I'm very grateful to be here with all of you today. And what better occasion than the tides of the moon, their rise and fall, to celebrate our deepest desires, our deepest longings of the heart. I do not usually speak much, and I will try and keep it that way today. I'm a singer, and when I'm not singing, I usually speak through poetry or translations. And I will attempt to do some of that as well as take you through some of my favorite poets, their lives. Some of them might be familiar, some of them might be unfamiliar, but all speak to something so deep in our hearts. They all speak to our deepest longings, our biggest fears, and they say it in a way that we could never probably say in words and in the languages that we speak. These are words that have been resonating with the deepest questions and desires of our hearts for ages. They are questions that have been asked before. They are questions that will probably be asked again. Today I'll just come as a medium for some of these questions and some of these thoughts, and I hope you will share it with me. Nithya's shoes are some very big shoes to fill, so I will not even try to do that. I will take you through what I normally do, which is music and poetry and silence. I invite you on this journey with me. I'd like to start with a song that is sung in the Sufi traditions of in both India and Pakistan. नीकी लगत मोहे अपने पिया की, आंख रसीली जादू भरी रे, चैन पड़त नाही मुख देखे बिना, देखे नजर भर जात हरी रे, नीकी लगत मोहे. I'm struck by my true love's gaze. A spell has been cast on me. Glance met a glance, and although there was silence, we spoke volumes. There is no peace till I see that face. One long full glance and I lose myself completely. Why would the earth fear the sapling? I'm not a thief. I have only loved. लागी सब कहे, और लागी बुरी बला, लागी सब कहे, सब कहे, और लागी बुरी बला, लागी तो तब जानियो, लागी तो तब जानियो, जब आर पार हुई जाए, लागी तो तब जानियो, लागी तो तब जानियो, जब आर पार हुई जाए. नीके लगत मोहे अपने पिया की, नीकी लगत मोहे अपने पिया की, नीकी लगत मोहे अपने पिया की, आंख रसीली जादू भरी रे, आंख रसीली जादू भरी रे, नीकी नीकी लगत मोहे, नीकी जादू भरी रे आँख रसीली, जादू भरी रे नीकी। नजर ने नजर से मुलाकात कर ली, नजर ने नजर से मुलाकात कर ली। रहे दोनों खामोश और बात कर लेने की लगत मोहे अपने पिया की लगत मोहे अपने पिया की। आँख रसीली, जादू भरी रे आँख रसीली, जादू भरी रे नीकी। चैन पड़त नाही, मुख देखे बिना चैन पड़त नाही, मुख देखे बिना चैन पड़त नाही, मुख देखे बिना चैन पड़त नाही, चैन पड़त नाही, मुख देखे बिना। देखे नजर भर जात हरी रे, 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 देखे नजर भर जात हरी रे नीकी। नीकी लगत मोहे अपने पिया की, आँख रसीली, आँख रसीली, जादू भरी रे आँख रसीली, जादू भरी रे आँख रसीली, जादू भरी रे नीकी। काहे तुराब डरे काहू से, 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 काहे तुराब, काहे तुराब डरे काहू से। प्रीत करी काम चोरी करी रे, प्रीत करी काम चोरी करी रे, प्रीत करी काम चोरी करी रे, प्रीत करी काम चोरी करी रे नीकी। लगत मोहे अपने पिया की नीकी, लगत मोहे अपने पिया की आँख रसीली, जादू भरी रे आँख रसीली, जादू भरी रे आँख रसीली, जादू भरी रे नीकी, नीकी लगत मोहे, लगत मोहे अपने पिया की, अपने पिया की, अपने पिया काहे तू राब डरे काहू से, काहे तू राब डरे काहू से, प्रीत करी का मैं चोरी करी रे. Why should I fear that which I'm loving, that which I want to unite with, that which I never really was separate from? Have I thieved? Or have I loved? Am I a thief? Or am I a lover? There's some songs and some poems that are related to the moon. Some songs that maybe have a more obscure connection to the planets, but everything is meant to take us deeper within our own selves. I'll read two poems of the Kashmiri poet Lalded, who was a 12th century mystic. Lalded was she was a mad woman, and she calls herself that. And she really wanted to unite. And so she set off with unkempt hair all over the place. Sometimes unclothed, because that nakedness brought her closer to that which is really true, that which demands no fakery out of us, no clothing from us. And she wrote poetry. Oh, she wrote poetry. This is from a magical book called I Lalla, the poems of Lalded, translated by Ranjit Hoskote. As the moonlight faded, I called out to the mad woman. As the moonlight faded, I called out to the mad woman, eased her pain with the love of God. It's Lalla, it's Lalla, I cried, waking up the loved one. I mixed with him and drowned in a crystal lake. As the moonlight faded, I called out to the mad woman, eased her pain with the love of God. It's Lalla. It is Lalla, I cried, waking up the loved one. I mixed with him and drowned in a crystal lake. I hacked my way through 6 forests until the moon woke up inside of me. I hacked my way through 6 forests until the moon woke up inside me. The sky's breath sang through me, drying up my body's substance. I hacked my way through 6 forests until the moon woke up inside me. The sky's breath sang through me, drying up my body's substance. I roasted my heart in the fire of passion, and I found Shankara. I roasted my heart in the fire of passion and found Shankara. With this song and these first 2 poems, I invite us to meditate on this idea of the moon not being an external one in the sky, perhaps, but one that resides within all of us. And if that feels too strange and too complex, perhaps we can just breathe deeply and see what the poems bring out, what today's full moon is bringing us. And perhaps we can set an intention for the next hour and a half, 2 hours that we have with each other. I invite you to sit and to be and to reflect for a few minutes. If there's any questions, you're always welcome. If there's any comments, you're always welcome. If you'd like to speak, please let us know. I'm struck. If you're ready, when you're ready, gently come back. If there are still thoughts, questions, let them come. If the mind's a blank, let it come. To be whatever it is meant to be at this moment. It's the poems. So, how does one sing soulfully? I always say it's not me, it's the poetry. It seems to demand something. I'll try and honor as many requests as possible if it comes in the flow of the evening. Speaking about the moon and thinking about it, I wanted to jump a century ahead. We were in the 12th century with Lalla. I wanted to jump 1 century ahead to a different land. We were in Kashmir with Lalla. I wanted to come to the land where I am in right now, to Maharashtra. Nivruttinath was perhaps the first Varkari poet. Nivritti, his brother Jnaneshwar, his sister Muktabai, and his other brother Sopan, they were born in a family with privilege, of a privileged caste. But the orthodox Brahmins of the area didn't like the fact that they were born after their parents had come out of sannyas. The orthodoxy said this isn't right. And so Nivritti, Jnaneshwar, Sopan and Muktabai were shunned. They were not given food. The children had to beg, and very soon they were orphaned. When they went into the village to ask for food, everyone laughed at them. Everyone kicked and screamed. They said, these children, they're outcasts. They're not meant to be here. Who are they? They were born after sannyas. How can you do that? It defies the rules of what is meant to be. What is time honored and time tested, the systems that we've always had. So needless to say, they had a very tough, extremely tough life. But each of these siblings, each of these children started writing, started singing when they were 6, 7, 8, perhaps even younger. By the time Jnaneshwar was 21, he had authored a Marathi interpretation of the Bhagavad Gita, which annoyed the orthodoxy tremendously. He had written thousands of abhangs. He wrote 2 other texts because he took his interpretation of the Bhagavad Gita to his elder brother Nivritti, who we will come to in a bit. And he said, look, I have an interpretation of the Gita. And Nivritti said, that's fabulous, but I want you to do something more original. And so he wrote a piece called the Amrutanubhav, which is supposed to be one of the most beautiful expressions of non-dualistic thought, of Advaita, of where one doesn't see you and me as separate, where we know that we are merging. And so Nivritti, as a child, 2 years older than Jnaneshwar, was the guru who set all of this off. And he wrote a beautiful poem of his own related to the moon, which I want to share with all of you today. Amhi chakor hari chandrama, amhi chakor hari chandrama, amhi kala to paurnima, कैसा बाहेजु भीतरी हरी बिंबे बिंबला एक सूत्री आम्ही देही तो आत्मा आम्ही विदेही तो परमात्मा निवृत्ती चातक इच्छित आहे हरी लागी बरे ते पाहे. I am the Chatak bird and Hari is the moon. The Chatak bird longs for the moon. Amhi chakor hari chandrama, amhi kala to purnima. And come the full moon and I'm crying out for my Hari, Hari, Hari to unite. Kaisa bahiju bhitari Hari, bimbe bimbala eka sutri. But what did I know? Hari is within me. The reflection and the mirror are but one. Kaisa baheju bhitari hari bimbe bimbala eka sutri. The mirror and the reflection. The reflection and what is being reflected is one. Amhi dehi to atma, amhi videhi to paramatma. If I'm in this body, I'm Atma. If I'm outside this body, I merge with the Paramatma. Nivritti chataka ichhitahe hari lagi barete pahe. Nivritti longs like the Chatak bird. Hari has struck him. Hari has struck him. And now he wants to unite. Amhi chakor hari chandrama. And on this full moon, as we sit here reflecting, perhaps we are the Chatak bird, longing for the light and radiance and the ebb and flow that the full moon brings. So I invite us to reflect with this song in mind. Amhi chakora hari chandrama, amhi chakora hari chandrama, amhi kala to Amhi chakora hari chandrama, amhi kala to paurnima. 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 Kaisa bahiju bhitari hari, kaisa bahiju bhitari hari कैसा बाहिजु भीतरी हरि कैसा बाहिजु भीतरी हरि बिंबे बिंबला एक सूत्री कैसा बाहिजु भीतरी हरि कैसा बाहिजु भीतरी हरि बिंबे बिंबला एक सूत्री बिंबे बिंबला एक सूत्री बिंबे बिंबला एक सूत्री चाकोर हरिचंद्रमा आम्ही कला तो पौर्णिमा आम्ही चाकोर हरिचंद्रमा आम्ही कला तो पौर्णिमा आम्ही चाकोर हरिचंद्रमा आम्ही कला तो पौर्णिमा आम्ही देही तो आत्मा आम्ही देही तो आत्मा आम्ही देही तो आत्मा आम्ही देही तो आत्मा आम्ही विदेही तो परमात्मा आम्ही देही तो आत्मा आम्ही विदेही तो परमात्मा आम्ही चाकोर हरिचंद्रमा आम्ही कला तो पौर्णिमा आम्ही चाकोर हरिचंद्रमा आम्ही कला तो पौर्णिमा आम्ही चाकोर आम्ही चाकोर आम्ही चाकोर आम्ही चाकोर आम्ही चाकोर हरिचंद्रमा आम्ही कला तो पौर्णिमा निवृत्ती चातक इच्छे बिंबला एक सू. What is this mirror? What is this reflection? Why the full moon? Why the moon? I invite you to share a few moments of breath and space in this collective virtual field that we inhabit. Inviting whatever questions, thoughts, silence comes. The moon shines in my body. The moon shines in my body, but my blind eyes cannot see it. The moon shines in my body, but my blind eyes cannot see it. The moon is within me, and so is the sun. The unstruck drum of eternity is sounded within me, but my deaf ears did not hear it. The moon shines in my body, but my blind eyes cannot see it. The moon is within me, and so is the sun. The unstruck drum of eternity is sounded within me, but my deaf ears cannot hear it. So long as man clamors for the I and the mine, his works are as naught. So long as man clamors, so long as man demands for the I and the mine and the me, his works are as naught. When all love of the I and the mine is dead, then the work of the Lord is done. when all love for the I and the mine is dead, then the work of the Lord is done. For work has no other aim than the getting of knowledge. For work has no other aim than the getting of knowledge. When that comes, then work is put away. The flower blooms for the fruit, and when the fruit comes, the flower withers. Because work has no other aim than getting of knowledge. When knowledge comes, then work is put away. The flower blooms for the fruit, and when the fruit comes, the flower withers away. The musk is in the deer, but it seeks it not within itself. The scent of the musk is within the deer, but it seeks it not within itself, but wanders in quest of grass. Says Kabir, listen. The musk is in the deer, but it sought not what was within itself. It went on a futile quest of the grass. I often find that poems converse with other poems. These are all poems that seem to be conversing across space and time. So I hope that answered the question, the moon that resides within us. एवी एवी सेण बताई म्हारे सतगुरु, मुख पर कह्यो नहीं जाए. Such wondrous signs my true Guru gave me, but I couldn't actually say them with the mouth. I couldn't express them in words. हमारे रे देश में नहीं धरा, नहीं गगना, नहीं कोई पवन, नहीं पानी. In my true country there is no earth and no sky, no wind and no water. Such signs my true Guru gave me. In my country there is no sun nor moon. हमारे रे देश में न कोई चंदा, न कोई सूरज, न कोई नवलख तारा, nor the millions of stars, O seeker. In my country there ain't no moon, no sun, no millions of stars. In my true country there is no Brahma, no Vishnu, no Shankar Dev. In my true country there is no Veda, no Gita, no words which we are blabbering away, and no couplets that we sing. हमारे रे देश में कोई वेदा, न कोई गीता, न कोई शब्द, न कोई साख्या ही रे साधो. हमारे रे देश में न कोई उगे, न आत्मे. Nothing grows, nothing births. ना ही कोई जन्मे, ना ही कोई मरे, ही रे साधो. Nor is there birth or death. मंजले रे मंजले एक संत जाई पहुंचिया. Bit by bit, step by step, the saint travels his path. Kabir sat chadhyo re nirvana. Kabir rode the truth out to nirvana. एवी एवी सैन बताई म्हारे सतगुरु. एवी बताई मारे दिल गुरु एवी एवी सैन बताई मारे दिल गुरु मुख पर कहो नहीं जाए हीरे साधो मुख पर कहो नहीं जाए एवी एवी सैन बताई मारे सतगुरु एवी एवी सैन बताई मारे दिल गुरु मुख पर कहो नहीं जाए हीरे साधो मुख पर कहो नहीं जाए. Such wondrous signs, but if I try and express it through the face, through the mouth, it ain't gonna happen. Evi evi sena batai bhare satguru evi evi sena batai bhare dil guru mukh par kaho nahi jaye hire sadho mukh par kaho nahi jaye. हमारे रे देश में नहीं धरा नहीं गगना हमारे रे देश में नहीं धरा नहीं गगना नहीं कोई पवन नहीं पानी हीरे साधो नहीं कोई पवन नहीं पानी हमारे रे देश में नहीं धरा नहीं गगना हमारे रे देश में नहीं धरा नहीं गगना नहीं कोई पवन नहीं पानी हीरे साधो नहीं कोई पवन नहीं पानी एवी एवी सैना बताई मारे सतगुरु एवी एवी सैना बताई मारे दिल गुरु मुख पर कहो नहीं जाए हीरे साधो मुख पर कहो नहीं जाए हमारे रे देश में नहीं चंदा नहीं सूरज हमारे रे देश में नहीं चंदा नहीं सूरज नहीं कोई नवलख तारा हीरे साधो नहीं कोई नवलख तारा हमारे रे देश में नाही चंदा नाही सूरज नाही चंदा नाही चंदा नाही सूरज नहीं कोई नवलख तारा नहीं कोई नवलख तारा हीरे साधो नहीं कोई नवलख तारा एवी एवी सैना बताई मारे सतगुरु एवी एवी सैना बताई मारे दिल गुरु मुख पर कहो नहीं जाए हीरे साधो मुख पर कहो नहीं जाए हमारे रे देश में नहीं ब्रह्मा नहीं विष्णु हमारे रे देश में नहीं ब्रह्मा पर कहो नहीं जाए, हीरे साधो मुख पर कहो नहीं जाए। हमारे रे देश में नहीं उगे नहीं आत्मे, हमारे रे देश में नहीं उगे नहीं हाथ में, नहीं कोई जन्म में नहीं मरे, हीरे साधो नहीं कोई जन्म में नहीं मरे। हेवी हेवी सेना बताई भारे सतगुरु, हेवी हेवी सेना बताई भारे दिल गुरु, मुख पर कहो नहीं जाए, हीरे साधो मुख पर कहो नहीं जाए। मंजले रे मंजले एक संत जाई पहुंचिया, मंजले रे मंजले एक संत जाई पहुंचिया, कबीर सत चढ़्यो रे निर्वाण, हीरे साधो कबीर सत चढ़्यो रे निर्वाण। मंजले रे मंजले एक संत जाई पहुंचिया, मंजले रे मंजले एक संत जाई पहुंचिया, कबीर सत चढ़्यो रे निर्वाण, हीरे साधो कबीर सत चढ़्यो रे निर्वाण। हेवी हेवी सेना बताई मारे सतगुरु, हेवी हेवी सेना बताई मारे दिल गुरु, मुख पर कहो नहीं जाए, हीरे साधो मुख पर कहो नहीं जाए, मुख पर कहो नहीं जाए, हीरे साधो मुख पर कहो नहीं जाए, मुख पर कहो नहीं जाए, हीरे साधो मुख पर कहो नहीं जाए, मुख पर कहो नहीं जाए, मुख पर कहो नहीं जाए, हीरे साधो। What is this country? What are these signs? I invite us to hold these questions for a few minutes along with our breath. I can see the song requests pouring in. We'll do what we can. Right now the invitation is to hold some breath for a few minutes. I'd be delighted if you would join with me. उड़ जाएगा। उड़ जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा। हंस अकेला जग दर्शन का मिला, जग दर्शन का मिला, जग दर्शन का मिला, जग दर्शन का मिला। उड़ जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा। हंस अकेला जग दर्शन का मिला, जग दर्शन का मिला, जग दर्शन का मिला, जग दर्शन का मिला। उड़ जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा। जैसे पात गिरे तरुवर के, जैसे पात गिरे तरुवर से, जैसे पात गिरे तरुवर के, जैसे पात गिरे तरुवर के। मिलना बहुत रोहेला, मिलना बहुत रोहेला, मिलना बहुत रोहेला। ना जानू मैं किधर गिरेगा, ना जानू मैं किधर गिरेगा। लग्या पवन का रेला, लग्या पवन का रेला। उड़ जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा। हंस अकेला जग दर्शन का मिला, जग दर्शन का मिला, जग दर्शन का मिला, जग दर्शन का मिला। उड़ जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा। आ, 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 जब होवे उमर पूरी, जब छूटेगा हुक्म हुजूरी, जब छूटेगा हुक्म हुजूरी। जम के दूत बड़े मजबूत, जम के दूत बड़े मजबूत। जम से पड़ा झमेला, जम से पड़ा झमेला। उड़ जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा। हंस अकेला जग दर्शन का मिला, जग दर्शन का मिला, जग दर्शन का मिला, जग दर्शन का मिला। उड़ जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा। दास कबीर हर के गुण गा, कबीर हर के गुण गावे, वाहर को पार न पावे, वाहर को पार न पावे। गुरु की करनी गुरु जाएगा, गुरु की करनी गुरु जाएगा, गुरु की करनी गुरु जाएगा, गुरु की करनी गुरु जाएगा। चेले की करनी चेला, चेले की करनी चेला उड़ जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा, उड़ जाएगा। हंस अकेला जगदर्शन का मेला, जगदर्शन का मेला, जगदर्शन का मेला, जगदर्शन का मेला उड़ जाएगा। उड़ जाएगा, 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 उड़ जाएगा। Very moved to read all your comments. And Anupama, thank you for singing this with me. I invite us to hold that song in our consciousness. We'll go by the energy space of that song and translate it into words at the end of our time of silence, at the end of a few minutes. उड़ जाएगा हंस अकेला. The swan will fly away alone. The swan will fly away alone. What a sight, this carnival of the world. The swan will fly away alone. What a sight, this carnival of the world. When a leaf falls from the tree, it's hard to catch. Who knows where it will land? It goes by the gusts of the wind. जैसे पात गिरे तरवर से मिलना बहुत दुहेला. ना जानू मैं किधर गिरेगा, लग गया पवन का रेला. उड़ जाएगा हंस अकेला. A swan will fly away alone. When the time is up, the order comes from above. Death's mighty messengers arrive. You have to tangle with death. When your time is up, the order comes down from above, and the mighty messengers arrive. Kabir sings the qualities of the God whose boundaries can't be found. The Guru moves on according to their wish, the disciple according to theirs. The Guru moves on according to their wish, and the disciple according to theirs. It will fly away alone, this swan. What a sight, the carnival of the world. उड़ जाएगा हंस अकेला. That which smoulders burns itself out. That which smoulders burns itself out. The extinguished can never reignite. The extinguished can never reignite. Those in love will blaze again, Rahim. Those in love will blaze again and again, Rahim, each time you snuff them out. That which smoulders burns itself out. The extinguished can never really reignite, but those in love will blaze again and again, Rahim, every time you snuff them out. Rahim, translated by Mustan Siddalvi. My Lord, my cannibal. My dark one stands there as if nothing has changed. After taking entire the three worlds, the gods, and all the gods who hold their lands as a mother would a child in her womb. My dark one, though, stands there as though nothing has changed. And I, by his leave, have taken him entire, and I have him in my belly for keeps. While I was waiting eagerly for him, saying to myself, if I see you anywhere, I'll gather you and eat you up, he beat me to it and devoured me entirely. My Lord, dark as a rain cloud. My Lord, self-seeking and unfair. Nammalvar, translated by A.K. Ramanujan. Only Giridhar is mine and no one else. No one else. I've hunted the world over, left family and kin to sit with hermits, rejoiced for the pious, wept for the world, watered the tree of love with my tears, kept the essence, discarded the rest. Rana sent me poison. I drank it happily. I am in love. Who cares what happens next? Who cares what happens next? Mirabai, translated by Rahul Soni. पिया जी म्हारे, पिया जी म्हारे, नैना गे रह्यो जी जी जी, म्हारे नैना गे रह्यो जी जी जी। पिया जी म्हारे, पिया जी म्हारे, पिया जी म्हारे, नैना गे रह्यो जी जी जी, म्हारे नैना गे रह्यो जी जी जी। नैना गे रह्यो म्हाने, नैना गे रह्यो म्हाने, भूल मत जाजो जी जी जी, म्हारे भूल मत जाजो जी जी जी। पिया जी म्हारे, 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 नैना गे रह्यो जी जी जी, म्हारे नैना गे रह्यो जी जी जी। भव सागर में, भव सागर में वही जात हूँ, भव सागर में वही जात हूँ, वे गम्हारी सुधली जो जी जो जी, वे गम्हारी सुधली जो जी जो जी, वे गम्हारी सुधली जो जी जो जी, वे गम्हारी सुधली जो जी जो जी। पिया जी म्हारे, 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 नैना गे रह्यो जी जी जी, म्हारे नैना गे रह्यो जी जी जी। राणा जी भेजा, राणा जी भेजा विष का प्याला, राणा जी भेजा, राणा जी भेजा विष का प्याला, सोई मृत कर दीजो जी दीजो जी, सोई मृत कर दीजो जी दीजो जी, सोई मृत कर दीजो जी दीजो जी। पिया जी मारे, नैना गे रह्यो जी जी जी, म्हारे नैना गे रह्यो जी जी जी। मीरा के प्रभु, मीरा के प्रभु, गिर नागर मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर 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 मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर मिल बिछड़ो मत की जोजी 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 पिया जी हरे 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 नैना गे रहो 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 जी Why are you playing with me? Why can't you just be with me in front of my eyes? Why do you have to come and then go? Why do you have to play this game of meeting and separation with me? Meera says. Rana came with poison, I happily drank it. Now why are you playing with me? Now why do you play with me? As we hold these questions in our hearts, if there's anything you would like to share, anything that's coming up, any questions that are coming up, any thoughts that are coming up, please let me know. I'd love to know. I've been reading your wonderful messages. Would love to know more.
Anubhav Maurya has been raising his hand. I've just given him permission to talk. Anubhav, you want to share? Anubhav, you were raising your hand. Would you like to say something?
No, ma'am, sorry, it was by mistake, it was raised.
Okay. If anybody else would like to ask Shruti anything, please raise your hand and I will unmute you and you can speak. It is very natural for us to want to be silent. Yes, Mehul Chintankar wants to say something.
Yeah, this is really mesmerizing. Um, I was, I was thinking, life is so simple and we unnecessarily make it so complicated.
Yeah. Kabir and a lot of the mystics speak very often about Sahaj Marg, and some of you already know that it's one of my favorite words. I keep using it to be in the flow, to have Sahajta. And they say that being in that Sahajta, to be in that that easy flow is sometimes the hardest thing of them all. I hear you completely. So the translations that I was reading out, these particular translations were from a book called Eating God, which is a book of bhakti poetry that's edited by Arundhati Subramaniam. It's a very, very beautiful, it's a treasure trove of a lot of different translations. It's called Eating God. And the Urjaiga translation is from a book called Singing Emptiness by Linda Hess. So those are the two books that came up, that have come up so far. Oh, and then there's Ranjit Hoskote's I Lalla, which had the first few translations that we did. These are all mad poets. They celebrate our collective madness and urge us to go more towards that uninhabited place where we can be. Yeah. Invite us to hold some of these thoughts. I think Suman Barua wants to say something. Please go ahead.
Please go ahead. Suman, you can unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Hi. Actually, this is Shrishti. I think he had sent me the link, so that's why it shows his name. So this is Shrishti. Hi, Shruti, and hi, Padmaja. So Shruti, oh my God, I am just so completely mesmerized by like the feel with which you're doing this and the songs. So I'm at a very rural location with like light under the moonlight on grass, and there's a hill in front of me which is a special hill. So I think it is significant in our history. Um,
Your audio is not very clear, Suman. Your signal is
yeah,
less. Yeah,
is better.
we're not able to hear
Can you
you.
hear me?
Yeah, now, yes, now. See.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so I just wanted to like express gratitude. Just this.
Thank you. Living vicariously through you, Srishti. I haven't been under the open sky on the earth for a long time. Metaphorically, yes, through songs, yes. Physically, no. So I take every bit of that energy if you're willing to share, and receive it with deep gratitude. Mm. Mm. I'd invite us to join in a little bit of a hum. Let us also sing. Of course, me singing and you listening would be perfect for my ego, but I'm trying to shed it. And so let's just do some humming. The invitation being, let's use it to go deeper within ourselves. Let's use the sound to find the silence. Life is beautiful, silence is beautiful, lovely. And as you hum, use that to fill up your soul, fill up every pore of your being. And once the hum has filled us up, we'll project in an ah, wherever you are, whichever pitch you're comfortable at. Go for as long as you feel comfortable. Perhaps we're the Chatak bird singing to the moon. Perhaps you haven't sung in a long time, and this is a way to reignite something that perhaps is embedded very deep within. Maybe everyone around you is sleeping and you're being soft. Let it be whatever you want it to be, whatever it is right now, embracing the reality where you are. invite you to sing this simple song with me. May I be an instrument of peace. 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 This song is derived from Saint Francis's prayer. And I invite you to put whatever word you're feeling. So you can sing, may I be an instrument of joy, which we will sing next. Or you can put in whatever word you're feeling is your intention for today and sing it out loud. And if you feel like sharing the word that you've put in your song, please share it in the chats so we can all sing with you. May I be an instrument of love. 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 May I be an instrument of joy. 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 May I be an instrument of light. 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 May I be an instrument of courage. 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 May I be an instrument of bliss. May I be an instrument of bliss. May I be an instrument of grace. May I be an instrument of grace. May I be an instrument of hope. May I be an instrument of hope. May I be an instrument of change. May I be an instrument of change. May I be an instrument of harmony. May I be an instrument of harmony. an instrument of service. May I be an instrument of happiness. May I be an instrument of happiness. May I be an instrument of inclusion. May I be an instrument of inclusion. May I be an instrument of truth. May I be an instrument of truth. May I be an instrument of healing. 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 May I be an instrument of peace. May I be an instrument of peace. May I be an instrument of love. May I be an instrument of love. May I be an instrument of love. May I be an instrument of May I be an instrument of love. May I be an instrument. May I be an instrument. May I be an instrument to thee. May I be the instrument of a smile. Thank you. I invite us to hold this intention deep in our hearts. Let it settle, let it grow. Slowly, when you're ready, allow it to radiate, cutting through the heart, permeating your physical body, transcending that, spreading to ones immediately around you in your sphere, in your physical sphere. Spreading, spreading, sending waves of sonic joy across Zoom sphere, touching all of those who are on this call, everyone who might be listening on YouTube, on Facebook, in our virtual environment, touching many more, feeling the effects multiplying, feeling the effects of the 60 people on the call radiating to 60 more, radiating to 60 more. Feeling all of these beautiful qualities engulfing our precious planet. Healing us, giving us hope and truth and life. Permeating barriers of space and time. as we reflect on the ancient words from centuries ago that have permeated our sphere today, that have lingered on the planet long after the poets' physical bodies may have gone. That hopefully will continue to inform and guide us now, then, and in years to come as we go about our lives, go back into the world. As we bask in the energies that our full moon gives us, reflecting on what the moon in our heart might be, reflecting on Kabir's true land that has no sun and moon. Invite us to breathe. To find the words and music and the silent breath. To have the unsaid and the unspoken sear deep into our beings. Then, now. And forever. Thank you for joining the sacred space today. Thank you.
Thank you, Shruti. We have no words to express the gratitude that is ebbing from our hearts right now. Absolutely no words can justify the bliss that we are experiencing, the soulful rendition. And we are so grateful for this beautiful evening, this full moon night. The ecstasy in our being is something that cannot be contained right now. And I'm speaking on behalf of everybody else, but I'm sure that they have much more to say and express. And we are so grateful for your presence today. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Deep from my heart. And wherever we all are, let us all make the Mayurma, the magical symbol, sending out infinite love to everybody and to Shruti. Let us send out a huge Mayurma to Shruti as a token of gratitude. Yes. Mayurma. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.